Hey, welcome to day 201 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And today we are talking about financial growth, of course, because we're focusing on financial growth this entire month as part of our challenge to do one thing every day to grow. And I think this is one of the most clear topics that we can see if we step back outside of ourselves and look at the results we're getting, look at the things that have happened in the past and the things we want to have happen in the future for us with respect to financials and financial growth and money. And today's topic is money mindset. And I've got a little graphic that I created as part of Supersize Your Business where we were talking about fixed and closed mindsets. And I've expanded on it over the last year or so to include all different types of mindsets. But we're going to look at this with respect to money. So with money, you can have an open or a closed mindset. You can have a fixed or a planted, flexible or fixed, positive or negative. I will go out on a limb and say, if you got a fixed, closed, scarcity and lack mindset, that is negative. It is not going to give you positive results. If we're looking at problems, we're not getting positive results. It's when we switch our gears and look at solutions and at what we want that we change our life, when we take the actions, think the thoughts that will help us to create the life that we want in any area and aspect of our life, but most especially in money and finances. And why I like money and financial things is because it's really easy to see. There's clear indicators of what we're thinking or not. And I've watched this throughout my own life. When I am thinking about, oh, something is bad and is this going to work out for me, or things outside of our control happen, and we freeze for a little bit of time, or we take a deep breath and we're like, okay, well, what next? What am I going to do now? Because things happen all the time that are outside of our control in our lives, with people we love and care about, in the world. And some of them we can decide that our reaction isn't going to be overreaction. It's going to be to take a deep breath, pause, and say, okay, well, what does this actually mean to me? What impact is this event actually going to have on my life? And I actually had to do that the other day. I was watching a video that my son had sent me, and it's kind of about the stuff that's going on in the world and in America. And the gentleman is an incredible expert, but he had a pretty much a doom and gloom perspective about what this event meant and what it was going to trigger for the future. And I asked my son, right after I watched it, I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? And I went to bed feeling a little off, and I'm like, okay. And then I realized I did my meditation for the night, and I did my breathing and my gratitude for my gratitude journal. I said, okay, it really doesn't mean anything, because no matter what happens, I'm far enough removed from it that it's probably not going to have an incredible impact on the choices I need to make, the things that I want in my life, and how I'm going to continue to work toward them, no matter what's going on in the world and around us. Unless, of course, there's like a nuclear war or something, and then we're all just, I figured I'd just be vaporized, so I don't have to worry about that either, right? So we play in our mind these things we have to worry about or fret over, and it's all about minds and thoughts and beliefs and our mindset. So I actually like this graphic. I think I'm going to actually put it up here for today as a reminder. Let's see if it'll stay. To keep an open mind, to do what it is that I need to do. So what's our action item for today? You can look in Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page, or you can search on any of my other pages and you will find things about mindset. Why? Because nobody really wants to talk about them. There's a few coaches that coach in this area, but until the switch flips in our head that, oh my gosh, I need to think properly in order to create the things I want in my life, people won't even hear that you're a mindset coach, that you're talking about mindset, because they have blindness to it. We all think our thoughts are and our beliefs are right? We think they're all here for us. Even the bad ones are the beliefs that we know are bad for us. You know, if you are a smoker or a big drinker and you think that that's good, or a drug user and you think that that's in your best interest, okie dokie, you can think that, but you're not going to change your thoughts or beliefs about that unless something significant happens to you or someone you love and care about, that you are going to question whether, okay, is that really in my best interest? Is it really in my best interest to eat caramel every day? Probably not. I love it. I've convinced myself that we are generational caramel lovers, but I don't really need to eat it every day. But we convince ourselves that certain things are for us and certain things are not for us. So our action item today is super duper simple. It's just to ask yourself today and notice as you go about your day whether you have a predominantly positive or a predominantly negative money mindset. And what is it right now, right? Because there might be something going on in your life. There's something going on in my life that's really, really negative, and I could build that thing up and have that impact other areas and aspects of my life, but I choose not to. I choose to keep it in a little compartment and deal with it only as it is necessary to deal with that thing. But other things, so that means that the other areas and other aspects of my life that are always going really, really well, because in our lives, there's some bad things and good things that pretty much happen all the time. And it's how we look at them and what we decide to think about them that determines if they're positive or negative, good, bad, open, closed, flexible, flowing, or fixed, if they are, the end of the world, or they're just the beginning of a huge opportunity. So we're just going to say and ask ourselves, okay, what predominantly is my current money mindset? And what we did yesterday by saying money is energy, money is the root of all evil, money is hard to get, money is easy to get. If we did that exercise yesterday and put our little pluses and minuses by the thoughts that came up, guess what? You already almost have this homework done. If you don't already have it done, because you know in your mind right now, yeah, here's some areas I could improve and get a little more flexible and a little more positive in my money mindset and how I deal with finances and transactions, etc. And then what do you want it to be? You don't have to share, but think in the comments below and jot down a couple of things. My favorite way to cancel, stop, discontinue negative flows of thoughts and things is to do affirmations. I am an affirmation believer. I do meditations and hypnosis as well. So if you want to know any more about that and what I actually do, just ask. Otherwise, do this today. Ask yourself, what is my predominant money mindset? Is it abundance? Is it scarcity? Is it lack? Is it anything I want can be mine and will be mine? It's interesting that we can just decide and then create that in our lives. No other species that we're currently aware of or that I'm currently aware of has the ability to do that. All right. Any questions? Ask. Otherwise, I will. Oh, Jeannie's story is in guide too, and how she applied the money mindset throughout her life. If you want to learn from someone else as well. Have a great day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow.